Witness I'd like to call is Anthony D. Riley from Ohio Cannabis Live. Is Mr. Riley here? Yes, I am. Okay, would you like to approach the podium?
Hello, thank you for having me today. Give me just a second to get my iPad going here. It's technology. All right, so I heard this bill's been changed a little bit, but it still kind of sounds like the same thing. So I'm gonna read my testimony as submitted. All right. Hello, honorable members of the General Committee. Thank you for having me today. My name is Anthony D. Riley. I'm here today to testify against Senate Bill 56 because it threatens key areas of Ohio's cannabis law, including home cultivation, patient rights and consumer protections, taxes, market competition, sharing prohibition, and THC limits. I was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio, and I've lived in Columbus over 20 years. I'm a disabled business owner living with a traumatic brain injury and chronic pancreatitis. I've experienced firsthand how medical cannabis has reduced my need for dangerous pain medication and improved my quality of life. So I have some points I'm gonna go through here, and this is gonna be short. First thing I want to touch base on is home cultivation, keeping the existing limits as they are. Ohio's current home grow limits are in line with other legal cannabis states. Growing cannabis isn't easy. It requires patience, skill, and the right conditions. Many grow multiple strains for specific effects, especially medical patients like myself. Joints do not grow on trees, okay? Just thought I'd get that out there. Home cultivation requires harvesting, drying, and curing before cannabis is usable. Cutting home grow limits won't change that. Reducing plant counts doesn't generate revenue. It wastes enforcement resources, just like banning smoking for medical patients. It doesn't make sense and would be nearly impossible to enforce. Patient rights and consumer protections. Medical cannabis patients should be allowed to smoke their medicine. Prohibiting combustion pushes patients towards expensive, less effective alternatives. Ohioans should not lose jobs, housing, or health care for legal cannabis use. Patients are being denied pain management simply for using medical cannabis, and that should stop, it needs to stop. Ohio needs safe consumption spaces. Alcohol-free venues should be available for legal, responsible cannabis use. Right now, many people resort to, as you heard earlier, consuming in their cars, which is obviously not the safest thing. Even though you said the tax things in there, I still want to talk about this. The taxes, raising taxes from 10% to 50% will send more consumers to Michigan, okay? Where prices are already lower, medical cannabis patients should be tax-free. Patients shouldn't pay extra for their medicine. The community and social equity funds must remain at the percentages that they already set at. This is crucial for reinvesting in Ohio communities. Dispensaries should be allowed to advertise. Keeping restrictions in place makes it harder for Ohioans to know about legal options and pushing them toward the Michigan or illicit market. Law enforcement needs retraining, not more funding. Officers need statewide training program to ensure that they don't unfairly target cannabis consumers. Sharing prohibition. This is one I feel very strongly about. Sharing cannabis has been a part of human culture for centuries. Banning it is unenforceable and unnecessary. Adults should be allowed to share cannabis with friends and family, just like home-grown produce or homemade wine. Prohibiting sharing would create unnecessary legal issues and push more people to unregulated markets. The THC limits. One size does not fit all. Cannabis affects everyone differently, and setting an arbitrary THC limit ignores medical needs. Cannabis affects everyone differently. Setting the arbitrary THC limit ignores medical needs. Forcing patients to buy weaker products mean they will have to buy more, increasing their cost. Instead of restricting THC, we should educate the public on responsible use. Okay, last thing. We need a town hall meeting. I've been asking for this for 5 years since I started Ohio Cannabis Live, and I think this is really the time when we need to get, this is a lot of people, as you can see, but there's millions of cannabis consumers in Ohio. They cannot all fit in this room. Thank y'all all for coming and representing, but we need a bigger forum, we need a bigger place, and everybody is not comfortable testifying, everybody's not comfortable coming to the State House. We need to have something where people can come and voice can be heard professionally, properly moderated, of course. But at the end of the day, that is one of the main reasons I came here today, is to advocate for you all before y'all do anything with the law, even before DCC does what they're gonna do. Let's have a town hall meeting here in Columbus. Let's get everybody together. Let's find common ground And let's come with an amendment that people will actually be proud of to support and say, listen, my lawmakers actually get it. They actually listen to me this time. And I think it's important for this committee to take a tour of a licensed cultivation facility and see for yourself how cannabis actually is produced and grown. And also for you to take a look at someone who's growing it at home so you can understand firsthand the difference between the two, because it's a dramatic difference, night and day. And there are a lot of people who are suffering right now and are in panic because they don't even know what the cannabis laws are right now. Some people think that it's 12 plants. Some people think that it's 6 plants. Some people don't know the difference between THCA and THC. It's just a whole big confusion for everyone involved. We've got to end that. And the only way to do that is a town hall with Division of Cannabis Control and lawmakers, including DeWine, present, so that we can all get all these things clarified.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Riley, for your testimony. Are there any questions for this witness? No? All right, seeing none, we appreciate you being here.